Broadway station is the newest station on the Gloucestershire and Warwickshire Heritage Railway and is also the northern terminus of the line. The whole station has been built by volunteers at the railway in the style of the original, which was completely demolished when the line closed. These photographs show the station as it originally looked back in the early 1900s and again in 1957, just before its closure in March 1960. The footbridge here at Broadway was moved from Henley in Arden station on the North Warwickshire line, following the introduction of a modern lift-equipped footbridge at that station in 2014. Work is still continuing at the station on reconstructing Platform 2, but I was particularly interested in the signal box. When the station originally closed, there was virtually nothing left of the original signal box, so a brand new one has been built in the traditional GWR style. It even contains a 46 lever frame from the Aller Junction signal box, which was originally near Newton Abbot in Devon. So much thought has gone into the reconstruction of this station, and I was really taken with these lovely GWR holiday posters, because this line was a holiday line carrying passengers from the Midlands down into the southwest. The rebuilding and representation of the station also included brand new toilets, along with this authentic booking office and a brand new refreshment room. In fact, there are cafes on the platforms at Winchcombe and Toddington, as well as here at Broadway. The outlets are staffed by volunteers who work for the railway, as are the various retail outlets up and down the line. Well, the first steam train of the day is due shortly, and it's going to be the Merchant Navy class 35006, which was one of 30 Merchant Navy Pacifics that were rebuilt in the mid-1950s from a design that dated back to the Second World War and which carried services between Waterloo and Exeter. Well, I've come back onto the footbridge at Broadway to view the next arrival, which is the BR Standard Class 78019 locomotive. And this loco is on loan to the railway for this season from the Great Central Railway at Loughborough. The engine was built in March 1954 and spent some of its early years in service at Kirkby Stephen in Cumbria. And I'll be catching this train to the next station along the line from here, which is Toddington. Toddington Station was where the reconstruction of the Gloucestershire and Warwickshire Steam Railway began. It houses both the steam and diesel locomotive sheds. The original station opened in December 1904 and at one time had a goods yard, cattle loading pens and a weighbridge. When the line closed in 1976, the station buildings, the signal box and the goods shed were not demolished and were to become a great asset to the preservationists when they took over the site in 1981. You can't fail to be impressed by the way that this station has been restored to its former glory, and it's also the headquarters of the Gloucestershire and Warwickshire Railway. The station seems to have changed very little from its original appearance, and this is down to the hard work of a generation of volunteers, which has ensured that the station has been restored to its original appearance. The water tower at Toddington has a capacity of 12,000 gallons, and the supplies come from the nearby Stanway estate. The original tank was removed after the line closed in 1976, and the current tower came from Wallingford in Oxfordshire. To the top left of centre in this photograph, you can see the starter signal, which was originally placed here in front of the bridge. When the GWSR began running longer trains, the up starter signal had to be moved beyond the bridge. Hence, this banner signal indicating to the driver the status of a signal that he cannot yet see beyond the bridge. Behind Platform 2 are a couple of really interesting buildings. This is a workers' wages office dating from 1874. The building itself was rescued from a long-gone wagon works at Abergavenny, and it's now home to a fascinating collection of relics from days gone by. Next door is this Midland and South Western Railway waiting shelter, which was rescued from Foss Cross Station in Gloucestershire. Foss Cross Station was on the Midland and South Western Junction Railway, and it opened in 1881 and eventually closed to all traffic in 1961. Today, the building contains displays of agricultural and industrial equipment from years gone by. The waiting room on Platform 2 is a substantial structure built in red bank brick, and it originally had a gentleman's toilet at the far end. The building is now used for special events and has a dual window ticket office on the far side. The main station building at Toddington is of a standard GWR design that's found at many other locations. It's also constructed in red bank brick on a blue brick plinth with an overall pitched roof that includes the station canopy. In common with other stations along the line, there was no front entrance, and access was gained to the platform via a gate at the far end of the building near the footbridge. This is why the ticket office would have originally been at that end of the building. The first class waiting room occupied the current station master's office and booking office, and the small room at this end was the ladies' waiting room.